This video is to assist applicants in understanding the requirements for a diversity plan when applying for a cannabis establishment license. The goal of the diversity plan is to ensure that cannabis establishments will promote the meaningful inclusion of diverse groups in the Nevada cannabis industry. What is a diversity plan? How is diversity defined? When and how does an applicant submit a diversity plan? What should be included in a diversity plan? In addition to this video, we will also have a worksheet that may guide you in creating your diversity plan. A link to this resource can be found in the description below. A diversity plan is a detailed plan that includes the demographics of each owner, officer, board member, employees, and independent contractors currently known by the applicant. It is also a breakdown of how the applicant will work to ensure that their facility will promote meaningful inclusion of diverse groups. The full details required in a diversity plan can be found at NCCR 5.045-2A10.1I. For the purpose of this plan, it is important to understand how diversity is defined. As used in NRS 678B, diversity refers to minorities, women, and the inclusion of other persons of backgrounds which are disproportionately underrepresented. However, the inclusion of other underrepresented groups, including but not limited to veterans, persons with disabilities, and LGBTQ+, is encouraged. The initial application includes an affirmation that the applicant has and will implement a diversity plan. Applicants are not required to submit their diversity plan during the application period. However, submitting a diversity plan that meets all the criteria outlined in this presentation will provide the applicant with 5 additional points toward their criteria of merit score. If not submitted during the application period, a diversity plan will be required during a prospective licensee's suitability check, though no additional points can be added to the application at that time. What should be included in the diversity plan? Broadly speaking, this plan should include objectives, timetables, actionable steps, and evaluation metrics. See NCCR 5.045-1A10 for full details. As specified in the regulations, the diversity plan should include the following: demographic information of each owner, board member, employees, and independent contractor as currently known by the applicant. Strategies for obtaining a diverse group of owners, officers, board members, and employees. This includes executive positions, management, and contractors. Diversity goals for employee hiring and retention. A plan for diversity-related outreach or events that the applicant will conduct to support its diversity goals. Any materials reflecting the applicant's mentoring, training, or professional development programs for diverse groups. Proposed timelines and benchmarks for achieving the goals outlined in this plan, or alternatively, a narrative describing the applicant's ability to record and report on the components of the plan. Any other information that demonstrates the applicant's diversity. In your diversity plan, you should include the demographic information of each known officer, board member, employees, and independent contractor who you have chosen to respond to your inquiry. We recognize that at the time of the application, these roles may not all be filled. So please provide this information based on your current staffing or proposed staffing. You'll want to include the following information, but should make any response optional: gender identity, racial or ethnic identity, any other underrepresented group, including but not limited to LGBTQ+, disability status, and/or veteran status. Next, you'll want to include your strategies for recruitment of a diverse workforce. This can include plans for hiring and retention or outreach events. To answer this portion of the diversity plan, you can ask yourself the following questions. What types of outreach do you plan to do to recruit a larger and more diverse pool of applicants? This could include social media, community outreach, job fairs, participation in local events, and more. What resources, training, or professional development programs you'd be willing to offer. How will you demonstrate your commitment to diversity to current and potential employees? There is room for growth and diversity in the Nevada cannabis industry, so potential applicants should reflect on how they envision contributing to that growth. In the next portion of your diversity plan, you'll want to outline your short-term and long-term goals for recruitment and retention of a diverse staff and how you envision reaching those goals. For example, you can state that prior to opening, you'd like to host a recruitment event in a disproportionately impacted area. Additionally, applicants are encouraged to submit any information that demonstrates their commitment to diversity. Please visit the resources and links on our website, which is linked in the description below. There, you can find answers to frequently asked questions and additional resources to assist with the application process. If you don't see your question answered, you can email us at ccblicenseapp@ccb.nv.gov.